Well, I teach courses in screenwriting and video production at Aarhus University. I love teaching courses of that kind where students actually make films. I think it's really exciting. I never know what they're going to come up with. There are surprises all the time, and it's really satisfying to help them improve their storytelling and make good productions. I also spend a lot of time editing a journal called Short Film Studies, which is published in England. And I'm often at international short film festivals. Tomorrow I'm going to Tampere in Finland. Next week to Minimalen in Trondheim, Norway. A few weeks later, I'll be on the jury in Dresden. And I love this. It's a great way to see new short films, the best new short films that are made each year. It's great fun. I have to give you a couple of my favorite quotes. One is something Jerry Seinfeld once said in a different context. He said, if I wanted a long, boring story with no point to it, I've got my life. So the short film is the opposite of a long, boring story with no point to it. It's as short as possible. It's concentrated. It's meaningful. It's saturated with meaning. And it leaves you feeling enriched. Another one of my favorite quotes has to do with our understanding that the short film is basically the poetry of filmmaking. And I think the best definition is something a Chinese master once said. He said, the writer's message is like rice. When you write prose, you cook the rice. When you write poetry, you turn the rice into rice wine. And I think the great short films are pure rice wine. They're concentrated, they're intoxicating. You can't get enough of them. You need to share them with other people. You need to see them again and again. I think it's a terrific idea. It's a great initiative. It will get young people not just thinking about making films, but actually making films without agonizing for months over what they're going to do. It simply gets people, it's going to get people moving. And I think it's terrific that you're giving them a chance to have contact with film professionals, so that they're not just making home movies. They're working under the guidance of people who know something about storytelling, who know something about the short film. There's so many talented young people in Aarhus. I'm really glad that we have another really meaningful program in Aarhus, so that people don't have to go to Copenhagen to do interesting things, to find interesting initiatives. Surprises, all kinds of new ways of doing things, seeing what young people hear, what kinds of stories they want to tell, what new ways they think of for telling these stories. Okay, I'm going to have to give you a 60-second version of a 90-minute lecture, but I'd like to know whose story is being told. I'd like to see that character interacting with the other characters. I think it's important that the main character have the power to make things happen. Characters who make things happen are more interesting than characters things happen to. So that there's causality, but the causality flows from what characters want. There should be an interesting interplay of sound and image. There should be an interplay between what's going on inside characters and physical things that the lens can capture. For example, some object charged with meaning can be very useful as a way of managing storytelling. Let some object help tell a story. Simplicity is a wonderful thing in the short film. It's really only simple stories that will be experienced as deep. This is a great paradox. Economy is important. Cutting to the bone, killing darlings, and yet another paradox, somehow leaving the viewer feeling that this short film is inexhaustible, that you could go back to it again and again and never get enough of it. Well, for one thing, to actually make a film, that is a wonderful thing. To have a chance to learn from professional filmmakers and to become part of the Aarhus film community. I mean, these are three great opportunities that you're giving people. Give it your heart and soul. Be creative, and use whatever help you can get from professionals. Listen to them. Their advice may be worth gold.